Hey everybody, welcome back. I got some updates on some releases coming in. And just as a heads up, there is some work being done outside, so I apologize for any background noise going on. So first up, we have some updated releases on two titles from Blue Underground. Their new re-releases of both Lucio Fulci's Zombie and William Lustig's Maniac. So Zombie is slated, it looks like, for November 27th. And it looks like it's not only getting a new 4K restoration, but that's also being done from the original camera negative, it looks like. That thing should look just amazing. I'm really excited about that. And it looks like they're porting over all of the existing extras from their previous release, but they also have a new commentary track and a new interview with author Stephen Thrower, who, if you don't know, did the book Beyond Terror, the films of Lucio Fulci. I got the re-release one from last year, which was part of their Indiegogo and stuff. Very thorough. So actually that should be a pretty good interview. And it will be coming with the soundtrack, so CD of the soundtrack, which is always cool. I'm really digging a lot of these releases that are coming with the soundtrack. Now I do have the Zombie soundtrack on CD already, several different releases, so but what's one more? I do love the music. I mean, when I got to see Fabio Frizzi live doing the Beyond, which, in case you're wondering, the poster from that screening is right there. And after the movie, he did sort of like a couple bits from some of the scores from other movies. And of course, he ended with Zombie, and I was so incredibly excited over that. That was amazing. Now, the only thing I don't know, and this is why I'm kind of waiting for really sort of the full official announcement from Blue Underground, is that it looks like it actually has 3 covers. Now, I'm hearing different things. One, that there are 3 different covers to choose from, and another is that they may in fact be 3D covers, like the Maniac one, that sort of lenticular 3D one, which would be cool, but at the same time, it's like, I hate having to choose between covers. I'm just kind of waiting for confirmation on this. And if they are 3D, then I don't know which one to get. Like, I kind of like the Cityscape one, because that's obviously sort of a, pretty monumental image from the film, but again, it's not an image that is directly taken from the film. And then of course you have the infamous eye scene, but then you also have sort of the poster zombie. My only problem with the poster zombie, though, is that the image is kind of weird, because it sort of has like that, almost like wide angle look distortion to it, which I'm just like, I don't know, because again I want to see what these look like, because I could see how they look, if they are 3D and stuff, then that may completely change my opinion on which one I get. Let's say I get all 3, but I can't just spend money because of a cover, even though I've been known to do that. So again, that release is, I believe, due out November 27th. And Maniac, it looks like, is scheduled for November 13th, and has already been noted that is getting a new 4K restoration from the original 16mm camera negative for the first time. All previous releases were taken from the 35mm blow up. I'm so excited to see what this is going to look like. There's only 2 new things that are being added to the Maniac release. There will be a sort of short kind of returning to the scene of the crime with William Lustig, which I believe is where they went and revisited some of the locations that they shot some of the scenes at. And then something called Maniac Outtakes Featurette, which is interesting. Can't wait to see what actually that is all about. Everything else on the disc looks like it is pretty much everything that's ported over from the previous release, including one of my all-time favorite commentary tracks that has Bill Lustig, Tom Savini, editor Lorenzo Marinelli, and Luke Walter. I love that commentary track so much, so I'm glad that's still on the release. I hate it when stuff gets re-released and they don't port over all the existing extras, so I'm glad everything there, including the great documentary, the Joe Spinell story. And it will have the CD soundtrack, which I'm so happy about, because the film just has a fantastic score from Jay Chataway. Fingers crossed that Blue Underground also does Vigilante. I would love a brand new 4K restoration of Vigilante, and please include a CD of the music from that. To my knowledge, that soundtrack has never been released anywhere, so I would love to get the Jay Chataway music from Vigilante, as well as a new Blu-ray release of it. Quick update from Scream Factory. So the Creep Show deluxe version from the Shout Factory website. It's the one that had the posters and everything. That is actually now sold out. So if you were like me and you were excited for it, I'm sure you ordered it right away. If not, obviously, no, the Blu-ray itself is, I mean, that's still for sale, and that's you can get that anywhere. But just the version that came with the additional posters and stuff. Scream Factory has also announced the extras on their upcoming releases of Straight Jacket and The Tingler. Straight Jacket's going to have a new commentary track, a new interview with Anne Helm, and a new interview with publicist Richard Kahn about Joan Crawford. That should be interesting. And that is due out August 21st. And the one I'm super excited for, I absolutely adore this film, and that's the Vincent Price film, The Tingler, which I'm so glad is finally coming out on Blu-ray. I've been waiting for that one for years. That's going to have a new commentary track and a new interview with Pamela Lincoln, and it just looks, it's got like a vintage featurette and something called the original 1959 theater lobby recording, which I'm kind of looking forward to see what that's about. But that's one I'm super excited about. Already got it pre-ordered and everything. That's even one I'm almost tempted to pre-order directly from Shout Factory just so I can get it early. And again, both of those are due out August 21st. So that's it for this video. I'm going to keep you updated on the zombie cover thing, whether or not those covers are lenticular or not, as soon as I can find out for sure. But just as of the recording, I don't know, so I can't say. But they might be doing it, again, like they did with the Maniac cover. And also on a different note, you can tell by my shirt, today marks July the 16th, marks the 1 year point from when George Romero died. Now, George Romero was a massive influence on me. He was an idol of mine. I was very heartbroken when he passed away, and I'm still actually kind of sad to even think he's kind of no longer around. I wrote a blog post last year when it happened on my website, and I'm going to actually link that below for anyone who wants to read it. So definitely have to watch one of his films tonight in honor of George. Miss him every day.